Could Gege Akutami turn Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo into a long-term series? Now stick with me, I know that sounds a little crazy, but remember, Jujutsu Kaisen 0 was supposed to just be a one-shot like little short-term manga and wrap up at the end. And since he wrapped Yuta's story up with Rika, that's what led to the confusion of who was going to be the real MC of Jujutsu Kaisen's mainline series. Because the original MC was supposed to be Yuta, but he felt like his story was wrapped up at the end of JJK 0. Then he went on to Megami, and when he tried to pitch that to Shonen, they were like, no, that's too dark, like the family drama, like we get there's a story there, but it's not it. And eventually that's what led to Itadori, who was originally supposedly supposed to be a side character to be our MC. And that's why throughout a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen, it felt like we didn't know who the MC was because there was a lot of uncertainty there. But obviously we know it ended up being Yuji. Now this just might be me coping because I know that this is ending soon, but there is a small possibility that he could turn this into like a longer stretched out manga, but he would have to do something similar that would not involve Yuka and Tsurugi, and basically planet Earth at all, because this story is so close to being wrapped up. Now I'm sure he already has a plan for this, but we know that Dabura's sister has a curse put on her on their homeworld Temuria. So I could definitely see him expanding this to like maybe a 100-chapter manga if he wanted to explore that, but the likelihood of that is very small, so don't count on it. But I just think a Dabura arc on Temuria would go absolutely insane saving his sister, and that way he'd be able to turn it into a longer term series, not as long as the original Jujutsu Kaisen, but stretch it to maybe 100 chapters. But that's why the fans don't write it and Akutami does, but peace.